this. Throwing directly into a net from 50 yards out. Watch it again. Just keep watching it because this is a thing of beauty. Again, let's just let it marinate, shall we? And the fans who were in attendance, boy, did they go crazy. Now, earlier this week, Rodgers addressed his relationship with the Packers front office. Take a listen to what he said about that.
Well, I think it's a work in progress for sure. I mean, I think, relationships aren't formed in a matter of a couple days. There's time where the respect grows and the communication follows. I think the greatest relationships that you have, with your friends and loved ones involve conversations that flow. That's all about wanting to have those conversations. And, we've had a couple conversations and been positive conversations.
Now, Kimberly, you always have your ear close to the ground with what's going on in the league. What exactly is going on here between Rodgers and the Packers front office?
Well, I'm glad Rodgers mentioned the word relationship because I think we all know that he wasn't happy. He had his whole checklist of people he wasn't happy with. So this seems like a Band-Aid situation. I think Aaron Rodgers and Gutekunst are that couple who has the divorce papers drawn up. They're on the table, right? It's like, okay, we're going to walk away. And then at the very last second, they decide to stay together for the kids. Kids named Devontae and Mercedes. Those are the kids that they're sticking together with, okay? That's why we're here, for the kids. And this couple is going to ride it out and hope that they can hold it together, put that Band-Aid on the relationship until these kids go off to high school. In their case, maybe win the Super Bowl. And then after that, they're like, all right, see you later. We're done here.
Love that analogy. D. Wood, what do you think? Rodgers in the front office, do you think they'll ever reconcile?
No, I don't think so. Listen, we're not talking about a new GM that just walked up into the Packers facility. These guys have been together for a minute, and Rodgers was talking about, we've had a couple conversations. They've been good, but, you could clearly tell by the way he was talking that he's not impressed. He's not there yet. So I just think that this thing is permanently damaged, and Rodgers is at a point now where he's like, look, I want to play this thing out this year, try to win a Super Bowl, and I'm trying to get the hell out of here and go live my best life somewhere else.
Wow, okay, so it's a done deal. So, Nick, let me ask you this way, because I was just thinking about this. What do you think needs to happen in Green Bay for Aaron Rodgers to stay? Let's look at it from the other direction.
I think that one alpha needs to just bow down and say, listen, you are the man, and I don't think that's going to happen. Like Kimberly was saying, this is a relationship thing, and I feel like both sides are like, look, I don't like you, you don't like me. Let's just put on a nice little show here for everybody, for the kids. They're going off to college next year. They're going into their senior year. Let's just put our differences aside for this 1 year. Let's put our differences aside. Let's be cordial and let's get through this thing. But I don't think it's going to be fixed. Even if they win a Super Bowl, I think Aaron Rodgers still is like, yo, I've done my time. We just won a Super Bowl. Peace. I'm out. Let me go. And that's what I think is going to happen here. So behind closed doors, this probably isn't a great relationship. But to us, they're mending and they're talking, and the relationship is, we're working on this thing. But, they're sitting in the therapy session, and the therapist is like, this is bad. This isn't good.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? We're talking about all the rough stuff going on in Green Bay. Can we just look at this play again? D. Wood, I got to get your thoughts on this. I cannot get enough of this video. Producers, please put this back up. Him just launching it, Aaron Rodgers, 50 yards out. D. Wood, look, we know he's a great thrower.
Yeah.
But when you see this, what does it make you think about Aaron Rodgers?
Something that I already knew.
What?
That he's one of the greatest arm talents that we've ever seen. I guarantee you, his teammates have seen these plays all the time in practice. I guarantee you that. So we might be sitting, a lot of people out there might be sitting back being like, wow, that's crazy. But me, Nico, and a lot of the people that, a lot of his teammates, they probably looking at this like, that's just Aaron Rodgers. We see this all the time.
That's just a Thursday.
Right, yeah.
Nink, what do you think?
Well, I have a perfect example of Aaron Rodgers' arm talent, and that was a few years back. We were playing in Green Bay, and I had the back in coverage. He ran a wheel route, and as he ran the wheel route, I'm thinking, wow, I'm running here 25, 30 yards downfield. Then I hear the sideline, because I'm right on our sideline, I hear him say, ball. So I put my hand up trying to deflect the ball. It literally went in between my arm, my helmet, right into the running back's hands.
Wow.
And it was a completion. I got up, I looked around, I was like, that's a heck of a throw. Got to give it to him, because he literally put it in between right here from about 30 yards away.
Oh,
and
man.
Only great quarterbacks can do that. Pinpoint accuracy, it doesn't surprise me. And then he'll wink at you with those blue eyes.
Gotcha. And, you know, I hearing that, I cannot imagine this franchise wanting to move on from Aaron Rodgers until Aaron Rodgers is ready to move on from this franchise. Straight up, I just cannot imagine. All right, well, let's go to Philly, because in Philly we don't see quarterback throws like that, but we do see Jalen Hurts, second-year quarterback, supplanted Carson Wentz at the end of his rookie season. Now, Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni was asked if he's ready to officially name Hurts the starter, and listen to what he had to say.
There's just no rush there on having to do that, and we just want him to continue to impress and show like he has, and yeah, we're just not there yet.
We're just not there yet. Woody, look, I can tell you, people know I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. People know that I'm about the Eagles. Here's the thing. If this is some kind of mind trick, Woody, right? I look at this and I say, so what are you trying to do? You're trying to show the young guy that he's got to earn it. Jalen Hurts has had to earn it at every stage of his career, everywhere he's gone. So what is it that you're trying to teach a man who has already had to earn it over and over again? He knows that. And I got to think that naming him the starter gives the team some sense of satisfaction. What do you think about it?
Well, first of all, who's going to beat him out? Joe Flacco? Okay, let's just be real.
So then
is
just
Joe
name him.
is Joe Flacco going to beat out Jalen Hurts? Heck no, he's not going to do it. Listen, this is what I call that coach speak. That's what we just heard from Sirianni just now. Is a bunch of coach speak. He's trying to instill a culture within that building. Okay, he wants to make it seem like everyone has to earn it or has to earn their spot. But every player understands, most veteran players know, okay, they know who the quarterback is. They know, most veteran players know who has their spots locked down. So, yes, there are certain guys on a roster, particularly on the back end, who has to earn their job. But this is just coach speak, because that's what coaches do. But a lot of guys know, okay, who has what spot.
So this isn't affecting what's going on in the locker room, because those guys are saying Jalen Hurts, the guy, doesn't matter.
You can't fool the players. I can tell you that.
Rob, you know, we were talking about this in the meeting earlier before the show, and we spent more time on this than almost anything. Why do you think that this tack by Sirianni might actually be sneaky brilliant?
It's a competitive advantage, and you don't want to put yourself at a competitive disadvantage by naming your starter early. You have to look at your opponents and who you're about to play week one. And if you go out there 3 to 4 weeks before week one of the regular season and name a starter, well, guess what? They're going to put that note down. Okay, we have a young quarterback who's mobile. We're going to be facing week one. So let's go out here and let's prepare for a moving target who can run and scramble and run for first downs and throw from a moving pocket. So for me, I think it's why give your opponents a competitive advantage and let them know who your starter is, when let them figure it out